Hey everyone, welcome back to the design module. Today we'll be going through onboarding and paywalls. These are probably the most essential parts of your app for being successful long term. Because if your onboarding sucks, your conversion rate is going to be super low. And if your conversion rate is super low, you won't be profitable and you won't be able to scale and be successful. So what is an onboarding? Why can't I just skip to the paywall straight away? Explain that for me, Alex. Of course. So people objectively and objectively don't want to spend money if they don't have to. So you need to communicate value across to the user. Otherwise, they'll just reject it and swipe up, uninstall, boom, your user's gone. So the way we found best to communicate that value across is through a quiz. It's a multi-choice quiz where you ask a user a bunch of personal questions and they answer it based on their personal life. So for example, and we'll pull up the very old Quitter onboarding. The design's been upgraded immensely, but the content is relatively the same. So yeah, if we look at the Quitter onboarding, you can see asked a bunch of personal questions, and you can see it on the screen now and get inspired on how to tailor this down to your niche. But everything is super direct, and the more a user answers these questions, the more they feel like the app's being built around them and their life. And they feel like you resonate with them and their goals. All extremely intentional. And you can do the same thing for calorie tracking. It's like, what is your weight? How long have you been trying to lose weight? What has stopped you in the past? What could help you moving forward? And then boom, 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 you're answering these questions for them. People are inputting their personal information and they're like, okay, this app hears me, it understands me, it understands my situation. And this is essential because usually every product you are going to create has a pain point that you solve. And so if you show them that you understand and that you have the magic solution, they'll be like, holy shit, I'm going to just pay for it. But that comes at the end. But yeah, that's the questionnaire. So you skip past the questionnaire, you ask their name and age. We use this for data and stuff. We also use your name very intentionally later to make it feel more personal, and I'll show you how we do that too. So then we calculate. The calculating actually does nothing, but what it does is adds more time that you spend in the onboarding, because if you've completed it, your intent's super high. Now, I'm going to tell you a little analogy before we continue. The longer a user spends in the onboarding, the better, because catch my breath. If it's super simple to just click off and uninstall the app and save $30 a year, then I'll do it. But if I've spent a lot of time building my profile and setting this app up for me and it's towards my goals, then I'm more convinced to just pay and fuck it, I'm just gonna do it rather than get nothing back for all the time I spent. This is the typical gamblers phenomenon. Gamblers they're not necessarily addicted to gambling. They're just addicted to getting something back for all the time they spent gambling. At least someone told me that. It sounds legit though. Take my word for it. Okay, so anyways, we do then we do an analysis and we say, look, we have some news to break to you. You are addicted. You have a problem. You need this app, Quitter. You need it. But let's check your symptoms first. Let's verify this information. And this check your symptoms button. So one, this screen scares you. And two, it nudges you into the next screen. And every subsequent screen, yes, it adds friction, but it also increases your intent to buy. So it's all very important. So then we go to symptoms. And you can have different things for different apps. For Quitter, it's what are the porn side effects? For calorie tracking, it's what are the side effects of you being fat or you eating, unhealthy food? And it could be the exact same stuff. I'm eating junk food and I feel unmotivated. I have no ambition. I have difficulty concentrating, etc., etc. But the goal of this screen, and I'll show you very soon, is to compare these negative symptoms to an eventual positive outcome if you buy the subscription. So it's okay, we scare you with all these words, you're getting weak erections, And then we flash, after you finish this, we flash up a red screen. Porn is a drug. Porn destroys relationships. Porn shatters sex drive. And are you feeling unhappy? A lot of people feel unhappy. So like this screen is kind of a trick. It kind of like bottles it down to porn. It's like all the problems in your life is fucking porn. You need to quit. But you probably can't quit. That's why you've downloaded this app. And then, boom, welcome to Quitter. This is your path to recovery. Rewire your brain back to normal. Stay motivated and avoid setbacks. Don't go back to that bad life where you're unmotivated and you're getting weak erections. And conquer yourself. Be a fucking man. Like, rise to the occasion. Just be the best version of yourself. And level up your life. So, this is a very intentional juxtaposition. We compared a super negative cloud of stuff where you've answered personal questions about your life, and all of these are like not negative, but like they are negative. They are towards the pain point that you're solving with your app. So for example, quitting porn. So all these are porn related. So super negative. You're feeling bad about yourself. Like, I've been addicted. But sorry, as well, you're also learning about yourself. When I ask you these questions, you're learning about yourself. You're learning, damn, I've been addicted since I was fucking 12. This needs to stop. This is insane. And do I need to watch more extreme material? Like, fuck, this is ruining my mind. So you're learning about yourself. You're then getting scared by the symptoms. You're then getting scared by the language we're using, saying porn is the worst thing ever. And then, boom, path to recovery. You're in the right place. Quitter, we are here for you. We love you. And like, we're going to help you rewire your brain, help you stay motivated, etc., etc. So that contrast is very uplifting for people, which is also why we have a super high conversion rate. You heard it from the man himself. And then we give social proof. So rewiring benefits. And people are talking about the app. So let's say these are all NPCs, they aren't real. We probably should have real people. But Jack says he feels like a different person. He's way more talkative and aware. So, and then Michael, he wants to go out. He wants to work out. He wants to live. He wants to be a fucking man. Like, he wants to conquer the world. Connor, who's my co-founder, obviously has been very addicted. He wrote this one personally. Quitting has allowed me to change my mindset on the little things in life. I was coming to grips with the fact that life is dark, boring, depressing, and then I die. Screw that. Quitting has allowed me to change my mindset on the little things in life. And yeah, like, you get the point. So, personal questionnaire, calculate the result, scare you, uplift you, social proof, and then we give the chart. We show, okay, like, you could quit on your own, but look at Quitter. Look how much faster you can quit with Quitter. And, whoa, how is this guy here right now? It's interesting. Anyways, you can see that, why is he following me? You can see that by week 3, you're going to go through the same bullshit cycle. But with Quitter, you're going to win. You're going to rise to the occasion. You're going to finally beat this addiction. And then we get into like the more uplifting part of things. We're like, choose your goals. I want to be strong. I want to have stronger relationships. I want to have improved self-confidence. And then, do you have a referral code? This is useful if you want to track which influencers sent you to what place, what influencers suggested your app and actually downloaded it. Like, what? Fuck. This is important for you to track which influencers brought in your traffic. There we go. Then give us a rating. This is probably one of the most essential screens as well. Not everyone is going to rate you 5 stars straight out the gate without trying your app, but there will obviously be like the 0.5% of people that actually do. And when you have 1 million downloads, 0.5% is a hell of a lot of people that give you a 5-star review. So I totally recommend this screen. I will say as well, the more 5-star ratings you have on the App Store, the more people trust you, and the more people actually end up getting to the end of your onboarding. Whereas if you're a brand new app and you have like 20 reviews, people don't trust you. Like, they don't trust you. They're going to be hesitant. They're going to be more reluctant to pay than if you had 50,000 5 stars and it's like $20, but like 50,000 people rate this 5 stars. Hell yeah, like sign me up. And then this is one thing we do at Quitter that I've seen a lot of people not be able to do or not done. I'm losing my mind, but like I hope you guys hear me through this. Hear me through this. This is fucking sauce right here, right? So we say, welcome to Quitter, your path to freedom. Here's your card. It's designed to help you quit porn forever. Now this is the most forward thing I've ever done, but it's low-key working. Now it's time to invest in yourself. And like, sure, it's a bit pushy and it's a bit it's in the uncanny valley territory. But instead of people spamming me with reviews saying, I thought this app was going to be free, I didn't know it was going to be paid, or even is it paid? A lot of people don't even know if they have to pay. They don't want to pay. They think there's a free version. But the fact that it says now it's time to invest in yourself, they're like, okay, it's time to lock in. And even though it's like they're reading it on a screen and it's not like this is inhuman, like your friend isn't telling you to invest in yourself, which has a really high like conversion rate. The fact you're reading it on a screen will sit in the back of your mind. And when you do get to the paywall, you remember that sentence. It's $45 a year, but now it's time to invest in myself. I would spend that shit on Big Macs, but now it's time to invest in yourself. Start my journey, pay, boom, you're in. And that's a really, really, really good funnel. This is one of the best funnels ever. I can pull up my revenue for the day. Oh, we're gonna get into paywalls in a sec. I can pull up my revenue for the day. This is proceeds after Apple's 30% cut, but fuck that. Don't even look at that. Just look at the conversion rate. Like, this is pretty good. 16, well, actually, fuck. It's good, but it's usually better. It's usually like 20%. So like 1 in 6 people are paying. This isn't no free trial spiel. This is 1 in 6 people paying. So yeah, that is onboarding for you guys. Peace out. All right, boys. So I would usually explain how to design a good onboarding, but for all of my future apps, if I do create future apps, I'm just going to be ripping this exact format, but just rewording it. And, you know, I'm just going to recommend you guys do the same. Kali.ai has a very similar onboarding to Quitter, literally almost exactly the same format. And, you know, you guys can design this. Rectangle, text for the question, etc. Like this is like one screen. Very simple. It's right out in front of you. Same with these. These are just Lottie files. So if you search on Google Lottie files, you'll find a bunch. And then search within Lottie files what you like. So maybe search star and you might find this one. Or sun or meditate, you'll find this one. Or lock, you'll find this one, etc. This is a very well-designed onboarding. I wouldn't reinvent the wheel. And like me and Kali.ai, we've made millions of dollars with this exact format. So I'm not going to teach you how to design it, but I will link this in the course. But yeah, now let's get to the paywall. So this is a paywall that I started with, which is just a simulator of all the screens kind of laid out, so you can kind of get an intro / preview of the app before you pay. And at the top, we have very intentional texts saying, get unlimited access to Quitter, including personalized and science-based custom plan, adult content blocker, community chat, streak tracking, daily pledges, plus much more. And you know what? This is great. And you can copy this. If you go to Superwall, you click into templates and you scroll down a little bit and you will find here we go, the Quitter paywall right here. So what you do on Superwall is you click onto this and you click use template. And I wouldn't generally recommend you go into Figma and start designing your own one. And I know it's counterintuitive because this is a design course, but I can show you what good design is without having you design it yourself. So when it comes to consumer utility, you usually want to display all the benefits up front. So something like something like Homework AI is actually pretty good. You can see unlock all features with Pro. You're kind of explaining the core features. Remember, the onboarding has already sold your app. People are convinced. Now just summarize the core features and make it super easy to pay. And I'm going to show you my current onboarding, the one that's doing the best. And we hired a designer to do this. But you can see it's pretty simple. Again, still the very core features that people are paying and buying into. You also have the previews of the app. So very similar to the first iteration that Quitter launched with, but just in a different format. You see this time it's in a scrolly carousel. And then also you can just change the plan. So if I don't want to pay $29.99 a year, why don't I just pay $15 a month? And people do that. So interesting note. We also on this iteration show the reviews. So this is a very interesting point. And you know, designing this in Figma, I can definitely show you how to do it, but I think it might be a better use of my time to just show you what good design is, show you the core principles, and then you can apply this yourself. Blake has already covered a lot of app design, and I'm not the best at Figma. I usually go off the ball, but I have a lot of insight. So yeah, this is a very good paywall as well. I believe they have something very similar in the templates, and I would just use templates because up to your first like 100K, even 500K, I think we didn't even change the Quitter paywall until maybe $1.5 million in revenue. So it's not as important as you think. It might have slight, maybe 2 to 3 to 4 to 5% increases, but just don't over-index on perfecting it per se. So like, okay, if I want to do a calorie tracking app, I'll show you what's a good one because we've already done the calorie tracking tutorial. Actually, that comes next. I'll show you guys in the development module. But like, if I wanted to choose a calorie tracking paywall, I would pick, this is a great one, Voice AI, obviously not for calorie tracking. This is so bad. Zest. Actually, this is the Cal AI one. So yeah, and it has the GIF. So I would use this. I would have, we want you to try Cal AI for free. I would have a moving GIF of the app, and you can record this in Screen Studio. I believe that's the name of the app, Screen Studio. And just run through it. And then obviously link this to your product. We cover this in the development module, so make sure you watch that next. And this is a solid design. And then with Supal, I'll show you real quick how you can actually change things around and personalize it for you. So unlock Cal AI. Unlock Cal AI. There you go. So we just changed the text, super simple, no commitment, cancel any time. This is great. And then we go into products. We change product to $4.99 a week, and then a secondary at $9.99 a month. And as you can see, boom. This is a solid paywall. And then for the video. For the video, we have to upload a video. Do I have any videos of the app? Actually, you know what? We do. So this is the app I'm building for you guys. You'll see it later in the development module, but I'm just going to screen record it. So I'm going to do Command R, run you through it. Boom, boom. And you can't see the actual app because this is just the onboarding, but I will upload it. Ready? Let's see.
Yo. Alright, you gotta get off. You gotta get off Alex. And you gotta teach me how to get on.
I'm recording right now,
you're
boy.
Recording. Not
Yeah.
bad. What up, gang?
Someone doesn't read the group chats.
Alright, well, you opened it, so at that point I
the
figured...
Cal AI paywall studying that.
Yo, listen, this kid's gotta go fucking party right now.
You know the
so
one
it's-
A/B test we did to this paywall that made it doubled the conversions?
Go on.
It's that the privacy, it used to be spelled privacy policy, but just making it privacy doubled our conversions. It's the details that matter. This is a complete joke.
It was actually, deceiving the consumer that enabled us.
KI's a scam, guys.
No,
Yeah.
but what you want to do here is you see it says try for 0, and then they click it, and it's a multi-page. I don't know. This isn't us. Did you create this? This is a template, bro.
Yeah.
Super Bowl created a template out of us.
Yeah, they've done it to us too.
Try for free. Continue
They
for free.
fucking
The
stole it.
multi-page is actually great, guys. Saying to the user, we'll send you a reminder before your free trial ends. They fucking love that.
Is that
They
true?
love that. It's true. We do send a notification. It would be very fucked up if you say you will, but then you do not. We actually did an A/B test, and it did decrease the conversion rate slightly, but you need to actually send. Like, it would be really fucked up not to.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So we tell them what it would look like. These 0 days. That's like messed up.
Yeah,
but
that's gonna get
yeah. So you start a free trial, and
there we go.
that's how you get them.
That's the sauce, guys.
That's how you get them.
That's onboarding and paywalls done. Now we're gonna go fucking party. Let's go.
We're going out tonight.
Let's fucking go. See you, boys.